Okay, so, sorry about that small mishap at the start there. I started up and then immediately closed on accident. Good to know that space is a quick way to close a stream. Uh, okay. So, this is going to be a Factorio stream. It's opening up. Just give me a moment to set up the game capture. Um, Horizon Beyond. Hey, why is it not? I have to, there we go, Factorio. Okay, where is the game capture at? Something is not quite right here. Yeah. Hmm. Ah, there we go, and away. Alright, so yeah, that is way too big. Just bring this over down. I can eventually scale it down enough to where we'll be able to fit it within the box. And I misaligned the box, damn. Okay, well, for now, this is how we're going to be playing it. A fantastic thing possible. Um, Let me log on to. Okay, so. Hey. Alright, for whatever reason, chat box is not showing up, but I can just look off to the side monitor for that. Or to the side of the monitor, rather. Tab out, if you will. Alright, so. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about. I was expecting that Horizon Beyond game to last a bit longer with hopes, but unfortunately, things happen. Oh shit! Looks like I need more filters up there at the coal mine. This is a heavily, I say heavily, but it's a it's a mod for uh, Factorio called Space Exploration, and I put a few other extras like the filter mod in it, mainly to make things a little bit easier to deal with. I am not at space yet. Honestly, I really think I should be, and I think I've been lacking in this world. I have never gone to space in this. I've never actually properly beat Factorio. So, my experience in this game is quite lacking. Um, the next stage, I believe, is to send up a satellite rocket, which is typically the end of the game for Factorio. But this is me we're talking about here, and I am not the most intelligent human being ever. So I have been holding off on that for literally anything else. I think it's more so procrastination due to fear, um, which is entirely on me, and I really should look into getting it fixed. However, I also have more pressing issues, like iron. I have next to no iron. That is a slight issue. Um, uh, okay, so this thing no longer limited by the amount that it's getting in, so I need to grab some of the speed modules I had over here to just make random stuff. And no, I do not have yellow automated yet. That is my mistake. I have really, really lacked. They caught me lacking. It was no one's fault but my own. And I'm working on getting more and more logistics bots because it's a continuous flow needed to keep these things powered and get the pollution down in that corner. This is taking so much resources. I think it may have been a mistake to start it up so far, but it was a heat of the moment thing. I could probably go through and change it out with the 400s, and it would be much better. By the 400, I mean the Mark IIs, because they do 480 pollution rather than the 2400 pollution. But these consume the things a lot faster. I think increased filter speed would be nice. Alright, that's definitely a boon to the speed. Alright. Now about that iron situation. Right, I was building up the mine area. I need to get down some 480s around it. My inventory. Not okay. Alright, so as anyone who has any experience in Factorio can see, I am horrible at this. This is massive spaghetti, and I really haven't had much guidance on making anything that is not spaghetti. Ah, I see. That would be why a lot of stuff is not getting through. Lovely. Make note of that. And hopefully this copper production here is not long for this world, because I have a very inefficiently sized iron production over here that I'm hoping to make a second mirror one of to have copper. Hopefully. That would be very nice if I could. Because the amount of iron that this will be producing per minute is going to be fantastic. Iron is one of the issues I've had quite a bit of for quite some time on the save. This one was about 1 million when I first got to it. It's now down to next to nothing. And the next one I'm going for is this 2.2 million. There are a few others in the area, like I had some small ones up here that I was slowly mining out, and I need to get that processed. Uh, but for this cotton coal here, I was just continuously mining every single thing that I could. I'm down to 1.1 million. Okay, Okay, yeah, that's a very small amount considering this thing was at like 22 million, I think. Maybe it was 2.2 million. Yeah, 2.2 million's most likely. There's a copper vein up here and another iron vein up here. And okay, we have a pretty large iron vein up here. I've cleared out this swath of land. Okay, I don't know how he got there, but he will be dealt with. Um, all right. So slowly reducing pollution down here. These guys are just soaking up pollution, but luckily I have mostly a laser line. I need to go through and upgrade this with a full laser system. Then increase the wall expansion over here. Okay, I need to get the structure of this down first before I do anything. I need that iron. So, I need to. I have the copper set up and running again. Steel is also hand in hand with the iron. It was way too slow before we were out of iron. Now we are out of iron, so yeah. I need some rails. Luckily, I produced quite a few before. I don't need nearly this many, and this is just cluttering my inventory. Why did I do this? Yeah, I already had rail. Okay. Luckily, I have enough fuel in this jetpack so I can get around quite quickly in this map. That is a major boon to myself. Hopefully at some point I'll be able to expand into having this area over here as a production area instead of just a purely resource centric area. Turn on the bots, get out and do its things. Okay. Plan is to get it up to where we can have multiple. Let me see which lane is the entrance. Okay, so it'll be entering from here. It will be facing down. Okay. Iron Mine 2. Set that. I I will get the train afterwards. I need stack insert as quick as possible. I'll just have the outer ones as fast inserters because typically, to my experience, it doesn't outweigh the speed. This is just so the stack inserters on the inside are primarily just to get the trucks loaded as quickly as possible and out the door as quickly as possible. I know I'm not an expert in this efficiency on this. God no. If I was, I would probably have a better job in real life. Okay. But of anything I do know how to get a truck out the door quick. Okay. Yes, I know I probably have a blueprint of this somewhere, but I think for most of my blueprints I typically go for a full kit setup. Alright, so I'm not going to connect these up yet. I swear anybody who knows what they're doing is going to absolutely hate watching this video. Simply because I just me. That's all. You're welcome. You are that person. Alright. So if I'm just going to set up a simple loop for the pollution collection. And I don't have a underground belt. Okay. I have to make a couple of those real quick. Oh, we're making progress at least. Definitely better progress than expected. Oh, should be going up. I also do not have the blue stuff automated yet because everything. I have the red belt automated. The underground and splitters I do not, because I just not put the time into it. I really need to. That is going to be something that you see a lot in this base. Have not put the time into it. Probably should have. Okay, anything else? Get here. Aside from just collecting up a bunch of chisa. I really need to get this as fast as possible. It will slow down at some point. I know that much. I am catching up on it. It's just not enough. And currently we are up to 380 those guys, and I am able to sustain up to 1,000 without them damaging stuff when they crash. Shoot, that's what I was looking for. Things slower for everybody. Except for those needing. In all honesty, I think that's making good progress now. So I'm going to go get the rest of the setup ready. Get a train running the lines. Train lines itself set up. And by the time we get this iron mine set up, I think that may be nearing the end of our stream time today. On note of stream time, I know it's very awkward time for a lot of people. I'm not likely to get much traction with this kind of schedule, so I am working to find a job that does have a better schedule that is not closing. Because this is the only guaranteed time that I have in a day. This early. Which really sucks. Um. And, couple of these. Do. So this should be putting it down on this side of the thing. This should be putting the used ones down on the other side, so there should be no clogs in that regard. Same as the other side of the machines over at the full plant. It's just I don't have enough. I really, really need more of these filters for the level of production I'm trying to go for. Or I could just give up and let it spread, but I really don't need the natives knocking at my laser wall north. Alright. So now that we have all of that set up, I suppose while we are waiting on these to be processed through into clean ones, we can. There's. It's not giving easy because of that. Oof. With the increased speed, what are these guys up to? This one is at 100. This one's at 52. This one's at 8. So, okay, so they are starting to fill up their buffers because the requesters are nearly full. And the sea pollution's going down quite well over there. It's just now it's processing pollution where it doesn't need to be. So I need to get some of those blue ones down there to replace, and I need more steel. Scheiße, I hope we have steel. Oh, okay, we got a couple. I will replace two of them. I know in the final design it's going to be necessary to clean up the pollution for to have the larger one. Because the final plan for it is to have concrete all across it, and that's going to be the only pollution cleanup available. And there's going to be a lot creating pollution in there. Just like this machine right here, which I have been using to create a bunch of landfill recently. Um, and I've just been emptying this stuff out because though I know I can use it somewhere, I don't have the space to use it at the moment. And I don't actually have the crafting done for by already getting over here. Damn. Um, but as I said, this is how fast these guys push through these. This is at an insane rate for having 8 of these running in a single square. It is completely outpacing my production of them up here, and especially is not helped by the fact that we do not have steel coming in to make new ones. Like it's immediately as they are put in there, they are taken out. Okay, I've got a couple of these built up now. Now in comparison, that's a good half the speed. Or way less pollution dispersion, of course, but way less usage. I'm considering leaving these two up here because they are the most pollution dispersive. But that means that I have these guys up here I can work with. Alright. Just gonna take from these buffer chests for now because we need the unused air filters for the mine. Okay, now that we have some steel though, in the meantime, I'm going to create one of those, and I need more iron plates. Of course. Another note of steel, I'm going to need not actually steel for the iron warehouse, for the warehouse. I will need steel, of course, but not. That's not the limiting factor at the moment. Luckily. Oh, am I seriously out of blue? Okay. Well, it looks like I'm going to need to get more of that before we can start this thing up proper, but Meantime, and I'm gonna have to go through and configure all of these to the right one. Because in this mod pack, this one is able to do some interesting things, but the downside is to do those interesting things, they had to basically trick the game to think that this is a crafter of sorts um, instead of a furnace. So I have to go through and select what it will be cooking into what for each one, which is really going to suck. But I gotta do it anyway, so might as well. But if I remember correctly, these guys move pretty dang fast when it comes to, smelting. So, fun, fun, fun. I don't know if you can tell, but this is a rather tedious task trying to get all of these placed. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, okay. With Vulcanite, you can make more than you normally would. Interesting. That'll have to be remembered then. But in the meantime, I get to take this little man here, do that, and just go over these. And all I have to do is to make a new one is take this exact design, copy it over into a new area, and then change the material, which will hopefully work quite well. Hopefully. Oh yeah, and also there's more up here. There's more to this than you could possibly imagine. It's great. I hate it. Let's design a big base, they said. It'd be fun, they said. Let's get into a factory designing game, they said. I said that. I said all of that. That was a mistake on my part, but maybe it's for the best. Yeah. What am I? Right. So I need to go up, get some iron for the storage warehouse, along with some stone block. So much things that needs to be done here. This game is just constant go go go. I love it, but God, does it burn me out sometimes. But that's what the breaks were for. I've been on enough break. .380. First, I need some blue. So, if I go up here, down here. I can grab a shit ton of red. Oh, lovely. Our stone production for glass was down. Luckily, you know, that's not a very major area. That glass is primarily going to the lasers, which have been down for a little while since we don't have any steel. Grab up all that. Gonna need these for the blue. And that'll slowly create some. And now I just need block, which I believe should have some stored up in here. And two. Okay. Okay. Along with this, I need to go get more steel because I need 3 more cargo wagons. Cargo wagons, if you will. I probably butchered the pronunciation of that. Hell and back. Merry Christmas, anyone who speaks German or knows a little bit about German at all. Merry Christmas. You can have some butchered. The Germans can have some butchered words. That's a treat. Ba-ba-ba. Really need a unified gears production too. Gears and wires seem to be very useful no matter where they go. Alright, well that's 70. That's more than nothing. I know I'm hemorrhaging worker bots here. But it's like time to time I will get back to this game and with renewed vigor or to find the best way to do anything in the game. And then I create a base like this. So in other words, I'm not very good at it. So this should be set up to where... Oh, okay. plenty of guys. Let's see if we can finish up the majority of the conveyor line. I know there's still plenty that has to be built, but the game can just fill up those while we rest. Alright, I have some stack inserters creating now, so I can finish up this inserter line, which I really think this is a bit overkill for one conveyor belt, but you know, might as well have a little bit of overkill as a treat. Okay. Two. I already have an iron in one. I will name this one also iron. That way, when I have multiple trains eventually, they can queue up down here, and when openings come about, they can just drive in to either side. It's a foolproof plan that can only be fooled if I mess up the count of trains. So, hopefully, I will not have more than 7 trains of a single type. Though I know it's going to happen anyways. By that time that I'll have that mount, hopefully I'll have multiple areas to smelt ores in. Alright. Well, can I disable this one? Okay. Just for now, that's disabled because there's no, you know, train that's going to be pointing towards it. Because we do not actually have it set up properly. We need a few more parts before then. Speaking of parts, I'm just going to fill in these crates real quick. Okay. That should be good. It'll be good. I think. Empty cargo. That's the wrong one. Iron mine. Full cargo. Fuel. I'm just going to give it my rocket fuel. Because trains run on rocket fuel. Yeah, definitely. And set it off to be automatic. So it should just fill up the parts that it can't do anything with. And eventually we'll get around to setting it up proper. That is the train set off and going. It will sit at the train stop till it is filled, which it does not have anything going to it because we were waiting on more filters, which I currently have. This is good. Everything is turning out well. All's well that ends well. Well, not all, but that's a very, very slippery. Okay. There we go. Now, just for this, I'm unloading it onto there, and thus the fun can begin. I don't have any blue on me. Scheiße. Let's see, is there any that's sticking off the end? Yes, there are some sticking off the end here that aren't needed. For now, have you spitting out to nothing. I totally won't forget about that and deal with that in future. Definitely. Not to heck with it. I know it's more valuable, but I'm just set that there. I don't forget about it in future. Well, I say progress for loading is going quite strong. Good enough, we'll be seeing. That's not right. That's a mistake. I forgot a filter. Well, in that case, let me just filter. Bring in the used ones. This one should be running out soon. Yeah. On its last legs. Yeah. Hopefully this should just be contained to these chunks here. Okay, we have iron production up and running again. At least iron ore production. Iron itself, still to be debated. Speaking of to be debated, little guy up here. I did say that he was going to be dealt with. Where is he? Oh, he's over here. Moment. Oh darn. That was a mistake on my part. And he's gone. Alright. And just like that, long arm of the law, being this long arm here, is secure once more. I hope. A little bit of cold air. Are you guys getting any Factorio audio? I'm not either. It's kind of odd. No, that might be it. For whatever reason, it was just very low. Got spots of copper here to deal with. Do we have any finished ones here? Yeah, there's one. Okay. 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 We're 12 logistics spots. We're actually getting logistics spots backed up. Wow. That's a surprise. That mean that the okay, yeah, there's definitely something going on over here. Oh, right, yes, this man. I forgot about that. This guy produces a lot of pollution, but he is extremely strong, especially with the amount of landfill I can create from him. Although, unfortunately, that's about to get, snuffed out because of the amount of coal that he has created. Vulcanites on half, okay. I could probably slap down another one. Just get it out of the way. Delay the inevitable. You know, the true American way. But, unfortunately, it looks like it's just about the end of our time. I know there wasn't much going on today, but... I will be having the Discord server up and running soon enough. So anybody who does want to speak to me or suggest games that I can play on stream, then by all means. But in that case, well, I hope all of you have a beautiful day and a wonderful life, no matter what is going on. Yeah, hopefully I'll be up and running again on Wednesday. Same time, 10 to 12. If you have any suggestions for what games you would like me to play or try out, then just let me know in the comments or in Discord once I finally have that up. But have a beautiful day. Bye bye.